All right, hello everybody. This is my review on the Aniiok A9 Pro Max. Now, if you hear something in the background, that's because I'm charging my bike right now. I don't know if you see that little red light indicator. I'm close up to it. Yeah, that's the battery, or I should say the power box. This is the battery. Pretty, pretty thick. Yeah. So this will be a review of this e-bike. Now, I'm gonna try to make it quick, pretty simple, be pretty concise on what I personally use it for. I don't really use it for to get around places. I might use it to go up to the convenience store real quick, but that's like literally up the street. I can walk and do it. But mainly I use it for food deliveries. As you can see the bag on the back. That's my food delivery. So yeah, top speed on here is about 45 miles per hour. It can go just a bit higher, but usually that only happens if you're going downhill. So, but if you're talking about going uphill, about 45. Yeah, and I think I probably hit probably 55, but that would be going downhill. So yeah, but yeah, this is a beefy bike. Uh, Everything on here is pretty much stock except for the tires. I went with the Ultraverse. Not to say that the stock tires are bad or anything like that. I just preferred, to have my own kind of setup to it. So, but mostly everything on here is pretty much stock. Besides my own personal add-ons, which is the tires, the inner tube, and of course the bag on the back, and the crate that is, or not crate, or is it a crate? I can't say. The rack, my bad. The rack that is on the bottom of the bike. So, yeah, has some great headlights, everything like that. Such and such. I forgot my keys for the most part. A pretty nice heads-up display too. All that good stuff. And pretty simple to build out of the box. So, yeah. And yeah, pretty much. Is it? Oh yeah, as you can see, that's where I place my phone. So usually I do a lot of DoorDash with this bike. A bit of Uber Eats too, but mostly DoorDash with this bike. I only switch over to Uber Eats when it gets a bit slow on the Dash app. So yeah. Also, this would be yeah, my bag in the back. Some things I have in here that I like to keep. So, those are my glasses. I usually wear those during the day. I mean, my bad, the nighttime. Since my helmet does come with some visor, I have some bungee cords. I use this if I have any, kind of extra orders or anything like that that I need to strap down so it stays tight. This is one part of a lock that I use for food deliveries. On the other side, I have just my U-lock. So yeah, y'all want to see the brand. So yeah, this lock right here comes with this U-lock, so I didn't have to buy them separately. Yeah, most of this stuff I bought was on Amazon. Most, if not all, I bought on Amazon, except for the bungee cords. The bungee cords are the only thing I didn't buy. These are also really good. I bought these from Home Depot. They're like wood saw glasses. So actually, I did a delivery this morning, and I ran them over on accident after placing them on the bike. As you can see, they're not broken. So if you guys looking for a good sturdy glass, just go to Home Depot and get these. Let's see if I can have this brand on here. Of course, this is not a sponsored video. This is just me just doing a review of the bike and everything like that. Pretty comfortable seat too. It's nice and wide and stuff like that. So if you're a bigger guy, which I am, I'm about 320. Yeah, about 320. So if you need a bike that's a good sturdy bike, and yeah, this would be definitely one. It holds weight. This thing's about 160 pounds. So yeah, she a beast. She is a beast. Yeah. So, and then also, let me put these on the floor. And I'll put them back in when I get done with the video. So this is my delivery setup. So these are some of the things I carry right here. So my helmet's in there. I have some knee pads and some gloves. So yeah, the helmet I bought on Amazon, I already had these knee pads, and the gloves is from my old job. I have a towel in there just in case, you know, any spills happen or anything like that. I have 2 cup holders. So I have this, if it'll focus in. Yeah, so I have the 6-piece one, and I have this 4-piece one right here. And then I got this from Amazon too. I have this tire pump gauge, if I can get a better lighting. Yeah. So, as I said, most of the stuff is not sponsored, but you can get most of it. I'll try to link it in the description if I can find all the products. So yeah, but overall, this is a pretty great bike. So yeah, I appreciate, you know, buying this. Total cost was basically $4K, but I did buy the bigger battery, so that's why it costs so much. So the stock version, I believe, is the 60 volt, 70 amp hours. And that is the 60 volt, or yeah, this battery is the 60 volt, 80 amp hour. So, you know, it gives you a lot more range on the bike, and that's one of the reasons why I bought it. Full twist throttle, it'll give you over 100 miles plus. They do advertise it to be 200 miles, but since I mainly use full throttle, you can get a little bit over 100 miles of it. So, you know, if you do want to use this bike for food deliveries, or just, you know, to get around town to do groceries and stuff like that, it will give you, you'll have enough charge throughout the end of the day or anything like that. And if, you know, if your job wanted you to, you know, if your job allows you to charge your battery, you can take it out, you know, charge it at work, stuff like that, if you have an 8-hour shift. But you won't really need the charger unless you're doing, you know, I wouldn't know what you're doing. But yeah, but if you just work a regular 10 to 8-hour shift, even 12-hour shift, I think even the mileage on there, even if you wanted to, I live in Las Vegas, so even if you want to go from here, from North Las Vegas to, let's say, Henderson, you can get there on one charge, and you wouldn't be out of any battery. Yeah, this thing will get you back and forth to work or anything like that with no problem. And that's just full throttle. If you are someone who likes to do an early commute, you can always, you know, I think, like I said earlier, to bike from North Las Vegas to Henderson, I think that's like 1 hour and 30 minutes. With this, it'd be less time, so you probably cut down 30 minutes, and you probably take about 1 hour just to commute there. Of course, the streets, wouldn't recommend this taking on the freeway. This is a strictly street legal bike. And yeah, strictly street bike, not street legal, street bike. So yeah, this is a great bike. I used it. Yeah, if you do plan on getting this bike, I highly suggest that you get this stuff right here. Also not sponsored, which is Flat Out. Tell you, Flat Out will save you so much time. What's it called? And with that hand pump I showed, my bad. Yeah, I think not a hand pump. It's a electric pump. That electric pump will, you know, save you from any bad flats or anything like that. So, you know, if you carry a backpack or anything like that, or you have what my setup is, where you have the delivery bag on the back, you definitely get some nice storage, some nice range. And Aniiok sells their own backpacks and stuff like that. Because I got this, right there. They sent that as a free gift. I mainly keep my tools in there. But yeah, this is the, if you would focus back in camera. Yep, this is the Aniiok A9 Pro Max dual motor. If you guys are interested in buying it, I can leave a link in the bio. I think this is a great bike. Uh, it hasn't given me too much trouble. So yeah, goodbye.